Well, hey there. Welcome back to Satisfactory for Dummies, and I'm your head dummy, Joe Mama, welcoming you back to our little base here. And as we see, the freighter is coming back. I have done a little bit of work off camera here. As you can see, I started us up into one of the next levels of research. As you recall, last time we were talking about coal power. We had gotten our coal power plant up and running. That's very cool. But we're going to up the ante today because I've done some work off camera. Okay, let's take a look. Let's see what we've got here. We're going to select our next tier here. Now I bypass what we have here because this gives us the Xeno Basher, which is great. Some more inventory slots, a hand slot. That's great. Also, we get tractors. Okay, this is our first vehicle. We get those. That's kind of cool too. But I'm not sure that's the next step we need to be doing. Okay, so let's see. Extended power infrastructure gives us power towers. They're great. Power storage, which is kind of like, yeah, like a giant battery that discharges in times of need. But I don't think we need that just yet. We have hypertubes. This is a nice way to get around a fairly large factory. It gets sucked around a tube. Very cool. Mark III logistics. Okay, this gives us faster belts. It gives us supports for our pipelines if we so desire them. I don't know why in the world we've already got the other type. I don't know why in the world we have to wait for Mark III to get that, but you know, whatever, it's the game. Also, we get blueprints. Now, this is an option that I'd like to try, but I haven't been totally impressed with the capacity yet, but we'll get into that some other time. But let's see, I'm kind of thinking maybe the next thing we do, I'm sort of leaning toward this vehicular transport, that maybe that needs to be our next step. Let's go ahead. We'll go ahead and select that. Because honestly, this particular type, the tractor and the truck stations, I have never used those together. So maybe we'd end up learning, you know, from each other on how to use those. So I'd say let's go ahead and select it. And let's go ahead and, oh, you know what? I'm not going to add anything to this just yet, except maybe the wire. Yeah, we'll add the wire. We need the rest of this stuff for what I've got in mind. So one of the things I've researched, let's go over here to the MAM. I've done some MAM research. Now, Caterium, I don't remember how much Caterium research we had done before. Did we research the power pole? Okay, basically, this is a power pole that allows us to hook 7 items to it instead of 4. Very cool. Very helpful later on. And we're kind of at that point now. Zip line, you know what? I've never used it. Maybe that's a thing we can play with. What else? Caterium. Okay, Caterium more. I think we've done that. I think we've done all this. By the way, here's the power switch that we mentioned earlier in the series. So once we get here, we can start, you know, organizing our stuff a little bit better as far as our electrical grid goes. And we have our priority power switch. This is the switch I was telling you that depending on how you set it up, it will take items off the grid, take unimportant items off the grid while leaving the more important items on it as power starts pushing the upper limit. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Mycelia, which is mushrooms. What did we get? Did we get anything? We researched fabric, which I haven't made any yet, but using biomass and mycelia, mushrooms, we can make fabric. But that's something I think we'll set up. Maybe I'll set up off camera as a manufacturing option. You know, just set up a manufacturing machine that does that for us. Nutrients, nothing new to really add here. We can research this right here if we want. Let's go back to that. We have all the materials we need. Power slugs, nothing new. Quartz, we need to do stuff with quartz. I think that's a thing we can do. But sulfur, this one I've done some research. I've actually got us black powder and explosives. Okay, and what else? Experimental power generation. I'm not exactly sure where that leaves us. Maybe fuel? I don't know exactly, but we'll get to that sometime. But what I've done is, you notice in my inventory I've got black powder. I also have It's Nobelisk. It says Nobelisk, a simple explosive, but I think it's kind of based on Alfred Nobel, inventor of dynamite. But he was so distraught at how his invention was being used that he took his fortune and established the Nobel Peace Prize. So there's a little bit of trivia for you if you didn't know. But anyway, Nobelium. And let me show you. Nobelium is... okay, hang on. Let's put it in our hand. Okay, boom. So we've got a detonator. And what we need to do is we need to place some explosives and then and blow up obstacles that are in our way. So we've seen this before. As you recall, we have our coal power plant up in here, but we've got some coal that currently is being restricted. We can't get to it because there's a boulder in the way, but we can blast it and we can get it out of the way. So let's take a look at the power plant. Actually, let's wander up here. Have we done anything new up here? Take a look. I'm not quite sure we have. We've got our awesome sink collecting up points and is ready to spit out some more tickets. By the way, can I clarify something about the awesome sink? It hasn't been brought up, but it occurred to me that when I say that you can go to the awesome shop, you can take your tickets and buy items. What you're really buying is not the item itself, but you're buying access to those items in your construction menu. For example, if I go to foundations, now if I buy like this half foundation set, or well, let's take a look at things we've already bought. Architecture, ladders. Okay, we've bought the ability to make ladders. We didn't buy a ladder. So now the ladder appears under architecture. It appears right there. Now we still have to provide materials to build it. Okay, see right there, each ladder requires 2 steel rods, but basically what we've done, you don't have to go to the fix-it shop or the awesome shop every time you want to build a ladder. You just need to go to the awesome shop to unlock access to various components. Okay, another thing I want to show you is the foundry. One of the things I researched was steel production. And oh, look at that, SMELTR, smelter. Okay, HOTAF 800, is that HOTAF? Okay, I don't know. Sometimes they sneak in little words there, with numbers and whatnot. Anyway, but we can make steel with the foundry, and with the foundry you need iron ore, you need coal. You bring those things together and it makes steel ingots, and with steel ingots you can make steel beams, or steel pipes. Okay, both these things are really important subcomponents, just like for iron plates and iron rods are. This is sort of the next step up, and this is actually going to allow us to do some things, and we are going to increase production of our power with those things. So let me take a look at the current power right now. Production is 900 megawatts. There's a capacity of 1290, but don't pay any attention to that because a lot of that are these biomass burners up here that aren't being used. The 900 megawatts is what our coal plant's capable of, but we're about to increase that, and I'll show you how. Our max consumption right now is a little under 550, 538, and that basically means everything that's on the grid right now. And everything that's operating on the grid right now is fluctuating back and forth between about 250 and 350. So you can see it's peaking right there. So we're nowhere near our power capacity, and that's a good thing, because some of the things we need to do, we need to start making things in mass and mass produce things. We need power to do that. Now let's make our way to the coal plant, and I'll talk to you when we get there. Okay. So take a look at here. This is us looking down into the crater at our coal plant. Now you'll notice that there are, if you do the count, there are 16, is it 16? Yeah, 16 coal power plants down there, and only 12 of them are functioning right now. Now, the reason only 12 of them are functioning is because, as you may recall, Each power plant consumes 15 coal per minute. Now, times 12, that's a total of 180 coal per minute is being fed to this plant. And the reason it's 180 is because there are 3 Mark I mining machines scattered in those woods right there. And each of those 3 produces 60 coal per minute, as you may remember. And so 3 times 60, that's our 180. So at the moment, we only have the ability to supply power to 12 of those plants. Well, I went ahead, thinking ahead. I said, you know what? At some point, we're going to free up. Okay, let's do a thing before I go any farther. Let's scan for coal, hit the map, and now pay attention to this area right here. You're going to see coal, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is just loose coal on the ground. But right here, we've got 3 of 4 coal veins have been claimed. The 4th one can't be claimed because there's explosives blocking the way. But a level 1 mining machine, Mark 1, will pull 60 items per minute from a normal purity vein of whatever type. Well, there's 4 veins down there. So we can get a total of 240, and 240 divided by 15 comes to 16. Is that right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that comes to 16. So if we get all 4 of those mining machines working properly, we can set up we can have 16 power plants being supplied. But we're going to do more than just that. But I just wanted to show you what's going on. Plus, if you look over here, can you see this mining machine way over here? Right there. You can see there's a mining machine right there. Mark 1 mining machine. That is mining sulfur. And you can see over here, sulfur is being redirected down here to where the coal is, into this container right there. And there's a reason for that. And I will get to that in just a minute. First, let's get down this ladder that I've created here. By the way, one of the things, I think I showed you this before, that we unlocked with our awesome shop are these basically little taps, electrical taps that we can attach to the side to a wall and hang from ceilings. They're pretty awesome. Allow us to kind of nice and neatly organize our power lines instead of having these very obnoxious looking poles everywhere. Oops, we fell. Get on the ladder, otherwise it's going to take a hit. That's bad. Fall damage. Okay, descend the ladder, get down. So what we're going to do is ultimately we're going to come here and we're going to attach this belt to this. When this belt is carrying 120 units per minute instead of the 60 it's carrying right now, we're going to get full access to the plant. I've already attached the water. We've got enough water. We've got pretty much enough of everything that we need. Duck under here. Duck under here. All right. So let's go take a walk over here. Okay, I'll show you how we've got the belts arranged. If you may remember it from last time, great. If you don't, no worries. Okay, so we've got these 2 mining machines right here are bringing the coal together to this merger, and merged together, they're spitting out items at 120 per minute into that container. And 120 per minute can feed 8 coal plants, and that's what it's doing. So you see right there, 60 per minute. That other one over there, 60 per minute. Now, this one here, we have 1 mining machine on it. We have 1 mining machine. It too is spitting out 60 per minute, so there's our 180. So I've already got this merger set up so we can attach another belt. I want to take a look at something though. A Mark II belt can carry 120 per minute. So I want to show you something else. We've got Mark II miners, and this will spit out 120 resources per minute on a normal mode. We have access to this now. So I'm thinking we put one of those here. First, explosives. All right, attach. All right, and then I think we do a right click and click. Boom. Out of the way, these things will fall on you. All right, we've blown that up. Now we have access to this node. So if you ever see those things, think Legend of Zelda. You can pretty much recognize after a time all those boulders looking alike. Okay, so here's a little complication, however, comma. If we put this here, this way, so here's my thought. Oh, you know what? No, let's pull it up. Let's actually attach it this way. Let's detach this. Okay. And now, let's, take our Mark II belt, bring it over here. Boom. And, of course, let's attach the power. Alright. So this machine is going to keep this belt full. But as far as this machine goes, let's see, what kind of ability do we have to make Mark I belts? Because I've got another plan for them. Rather than merge the belts, which we could do, we're going to do something different. We're going to run this as a separate belt for a separate function. I have to elevate this belt. Got to do it. Because we're going to be able to we want to be able to travel through here. So let's actually make these 3 high. This one will go to the top. This one will go second from the top. Okay. We need to have this elevated. I said in a previous episode that we would elevate this so that in the future we could drive under it. And that's what we're doing right now. Okay, so this is its own 120 unit per minute belt. And on top of that, we're going to put this 60 units per minute. And we're going to run it into the vicinity of the power plant. So this supplementary belt here, this 60 unit per minute belt, I'm going to bring to this location near to the sulfur. And if you haven't already guessed, I'm going to use it to start creating explosives. We're going to mix the sulfur and the coal together, and if you look, don't have the well, actually I can look at by looking at inventory, can't I? Okay, black powder. It is a mix of coal and sulfur in even proportions, so I think we can start slow production on some black powder. I don't see why not. But before we do that, well, you know what? Yeah, before we actually get that going, there's something else I want to do, and I'll show you. Put these two together, can I? Yes. And bring this right to there. So we got that machine slowly bringing us coal. And then when we are so inclined, we can get these belts, get these materials talking to each other. Let's just make sure the coal is on its way down. All right. Yes, it is. Fantastic. Okay, now this, what we should be seeing is only about half of this coal is being consumed because only 4 of the 8 plants are running. But we're going to fix that. Okay, we'll use our faster belt, Mark II belt, and we'll attach these 2 together. Beautiful. Now, we should see our capacity jump way up once these 4 coal plants are sufficiently operating. There's 1. Let's see number 2. No, I don't want to see number 2. There's 3. Yeah, I saw you. You were burning. Don't act like you're not now. 4. Okay, right? Please tell me you're going to keep burning. Okay, it's probably going to go like that until these first 2 are filled to capacity. No, I guess it's good. All right, let's see if we can see a pole. And again, if I didn't say so already, these power plants are all sort of on their own circuit, part of the power production circuit. I'm not the only place the power production and the power consumption, meaning any electrical loads that don't involve supplying the power plant with stuff or running a water pump for the power plant or supplying with coal, are going to be considered loads. Okay, there we go. Production is up to 1200. It's going back and forth. Why is it going back and forth? Oh, you know why? Okay, so I think what's happening is the coal plant will hold up to 100 units of coal, and right now I think the power plants, the first couple in our this new chain of 4, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think what's happening is they are filling to capacity, right? Yeah, see that? They're filling to capacity. Like right now it's up to 30, then it's going up to 32, right? Yeah, it's going to take time, but eventually these will all be filled up to 100 units each, as I'm sure this one here probably already is. Am I right? Yeah, it's already up to 100. Okay, so it's just going to take time. Once the internal capacities of these power plants are reached to capacity, then we're going to get the full 1200. Just keep in mind, that's kind of the way this goes. The way I have this belt set up, it's not, what's the word, tuned. In really, the proper way to set these up, to distribute coal to all these power plants, would be to have one feed coming into these 4. The one feed splits into 2, and each of the 2 feeds splits into 2, and each of those feeds goes into a power plant. That ensures that no matter what, power plants are getting an even distribution. But as it is right now, I mean, of these, because really it's 8 of them are in a line, right? I mean, am I right? 8 of them are in a line. So here's what's happening. Let's go to the first of the 8, which is right here. So think about what's happening. When coal comes in, instead of, one goes to 1, one goes to 2, then the next goes to 3, the next goes to 4 and 5 and 6 and so on. What's happening is this merger, what's happening is this splitter it's got 2 outlets. It knows that. So one coal goes in here, one coal goes out there, and then one coal comes in here, and then one coal goes back out. So for every piece of coal that comes in here, 1 is being sent to distribute among the other 7. Does that make sense? And then it's up to this splitter here, gives 1 to number 2, and then sends them out to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or whatever. So that's what's going on here. Actually, 1, 2, 3. Is that right? Let's see if I can see these properly. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay, it's 8. Right. So this first one gets the first, and the other 7 get the second, and they divide it amongst themselves. And then this one gets the third. So the way I have the belt set up is not really the right way to do it, but I think what you're going to find is over time, each of these power plants is going to be filled up to its internal capacity of 100. So anyway, I guess it's a long way of saying what I'm saying. So just don't expect smooth, immediate results right away. The only way really to do that would be if I did a tuned inlet. Can I check the power at these nodes right here? At these little things? Can I do that? Can I configure them? No, I can't. If I hit E, nope, that doesn't do anything. Nope, I can't actually check those for power. Let me check the power plant again, see where we're at. Okay, we're getting there. The bumps are becoming less and less crazy. It's gonna go, yep, there it goes. A little bit. It's getting there. And it's internal. Oh, it has no it has no internal fuel. Okay. Give it time. Well, as I said, I wanted us to make some black powder as well. So here's what we do. Do we have the ability to make assemblers? Yes, we do. Now, unfortunately, this is probably, because of proximity, it's probably going to have to pull off this power plant. That's why we're not going to set up a massive operation to produce black powder, but we'll set up something. Mostly for research purposes. Oh, let's go ahead and do zoop. And send that like that. Okay. Oh, we running out of materials? Yeah, we are. Damn. Okay. Assemblers. All right. Do 2 splitters. Right, climb on top of this. And we'll put them right in the middle. Maybe? Oh, I don't... really? All right, well, looks like I need to go get some iron plates because I ran the hell out. Okay, I've got some coal, so let's actually go ahead and supply some coal to this smelter here, so this foundry. As you can see, it's already producing steel ingots. We'll grab those, and I think what we'll also do is we'll go down here and we'll grab some of this iron ore that's in our little machines here, and actually set up these containers so that you could just add, let's see, let's go ahead, add that iron, and I don't have any more coal on me. Okay, but we'll go ahead and take the iron ingots. And what did I say? We were going to grab some iron plates as well. Can I actually make any iron plates? No, I don't, because I don't have any. I don't have any what's it's on me. Okay, can we? All right. So what would be required to produce another Mark II miner? Because there's another thing. Okay, so question: if we make concrete encased steel beams. Okay, they require 4 steel beams. So if we wanted to make 10 more, we would need more steel. All right, a lot more. Okay, we need more coal as well. But I think each of these, yeah, we would need more steel pipes, so we don't have the components to make them. But one thing we can do, or one thing you should know we have the ability to do, is we can, okay, have you seen this? If we take, let's see, Mark II belts. Okay, this is a Mark I belt we're looking at. We can upgrade them on the fly, or in place. If we have the ability to make Mark II belts, we can upgrade this right here, right now. But we're not going to do that because the current belt that's there is keeping up. So we're not going to change that. But what I'm trying to say is we can update things on the fly. If we had the ability to make a Mark II mining machine, we can replace this one, and the associated components would end up back in our inventory. So we'll grab those iron plates. Thinking about our power production situation with our coal plants, we can actually replace any one of those Mark I mining machines. We can replace them into a, we could turn them into a Mark II mining machine, double its capacity. Let's see, can I grab that? Yes. And let's grab these iron rods, put the 34 we have back in. Oh, and since we're here, let's get rid of our leaves. Let's get rid of wood. And do we have the ability to make 25 modular frames? Looks like we do. So we dump those, boom, boom. Let's see if we have any iron rods over here that we can grab. I think we might. Yes. I would really like to drive around in a vehicle, even if it is just a tractor. Launch. All right.
Milestone reached. Long-range transportation, as well as the construction of outposts, is now encouraged. Vehicle stations have built-in functionality to refuel and restock or collect parts.
Let's take a look and see what our capacity, what our building abilities are now. Transport. We have a truck station. We have a tractor that we can build. Okay, the launch pad, jump pad, landing pad. Yeah, it's great. Haven't used those yet. Oh, also, we got new inventory slots, so that's good. Alright, can't pick anything just yet. Alright, what's it gonna take to build a tractor? Be nice to drive around with something, wouldn't it? Ooh, just need some steel frames. We can do that. Or some modular frames. We can totally do that. Tractor. Okay, now, these tractors and any vehicle, there we go. We can actually use, we can automate it. Okay. Oh, it's got no fuel in it, right. Okay, so for fuel, now we're back to needing our biomass. Let's actually, yeah, take the sucker for a drive. Nice. Okay, let's go over here and get some biomass. Refill on biomass. Okay, so with these vehicles, any vehicle, we can actually set up like an autopilot. Like open record menu, Q, start recording. We can set this up to follow a predetermined path. Okay, now hit E to get off of it. And with that, we can actually set it up to pick up things and then drop them off at other locations. That's what the truck station is for. All right, because it has an inventory, and we're going to go ahead and get to that right now on the back. There, it has an inventory. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a whole bunch of biomass in there because we're going to use it. But it's also, that's where the fuel is. Also, this has its own crafting bench, which is very cool. We have crafting bench comes with us, with this machine. Plus, while driving it, we're actually more or less immune to biological hazards like creatures that want to kill us. On the other hand, I don't think we're safe. Can we see a spot in here where it's like a biohazard area? You're going to see some green clouds in the territory. We haven't really run into it yet, but you're going around the territory, you're going to see green clouds. They're toxic gas clouds that if you go near, they could kill you. Okay, do I have everything we need? I think. Oh, it came back. Oh, let's pick a new. Let's go ahead and pick a. Let's pick a new milestone. Now, why am I running? Why didn't I just take the machine? Okay. What did we say? We have advanced steel production, power infrastructure. It's great. Hypertube's great. Don't need them yet. Logistics, fix it blueprints. No, let's go tier 3. Let's go ahead, improve melee combat. We get the Xeno Basher and we get the inventory slots. So why don't we do that? Select it. Oh, do we have everything we need? No, we need copper wire. Oh, we might be able to do this right now. That would be cool. Okay, 100. Some of those, some of those. 1, 2, 3. Launch, baby. Yes.
Milestone reached. R&D inflated your pocket dimension,
new
added
pockets.
An additional hand equipment slot, and
Oh
have
yes, a new
provided
hand
an
slot.
improved
Yes.
Xeno Zapper with increased strength and
Okay,
range.
let's see if we can get the new Xeno Zapper. The Xeno Basher. What do we need? 2 Xeno Zappers, which we've got. We need more wire, and we need 5 steel frames. I think, let's go get the wire. I think we can make the steel frames. Xeno Basher. Okay, we need 1 more Xeno Zapper. Okay. So let's take that out of the inventory slot. And Xeno Basher, one each. Bam. Okay. And we'll put that sucker in a slot. Plus, what else? Got the Xeno Basher. Is there anything else we can put in that slot? We got explosives. Chainsaw. Chainsaw. Okay, so now we got our explosives, we got our chainsaw, and we got our Xeno Basher. We're ready. Let's get back to the machine. Okay, so let's top off on the reinforced plates, which gives us the ability to make Mark II belts. All right, and let's drive. Oh no. Oh no, we're screwed. No, we're not screwed. We're just taking a tumble. Meh. Boom. Okay. They call these ice cubes or sugar cubes. That's what it was. Sugar cubes. For obvious reasons. They look like, kind of like sugar cubes. Oh my gosh, are you freaking kidding me right now? These are very clumsy looking vehicles, but there's something called the Explorer that looks a little bit like a dune buggy or a sand rail, more specifically, and it's a little more sexy. And what good human are we if we can't spit out nasty exhaust into this pristine, clean environment? We've got these 4, you can't really see them here, not real well, but there's 4 iron patches here, 4 iron veins. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you can see them. We will, or I will, off camera, attach mining machines to those, and using those, will expand our iron production. Nothing rocket sciencey or super revelation thing to nothing. No great mystery as to how that's done. Just letting you know we're gonna do it. Okay, now there's this very convenient ramp. As you've seen, we can get down here with vehicles. Just got to be careful. So we put this thing in the water, we'll have to, if you put it in the water or in some other place that's hard to, that's impossible to get it out of, you can disassemble it. You have to have enough space in your inventory to disassemble it, or if you don't, it'll actually leave a crate behind. Okay, this should allow us to just drive right up there, right? Yeah, we can do that. Okay. So there we go. What we'll do now, let's go to logistics, and we'll set up a conveyor splitter. So one of them goes right into the machine. So this, let's see, let's set this up right. Let's actually use the fast belts for this. Okay, that goes there. And we'll use the slow belts to actually feed it into each individual machine. Okay. Then we'll set up another splitter. Where is it? Enter. Okay, right there. Make sure it lines up. Yep, lines. Good. Got it. So let's go to our fast belts. When I say fast belts, I just mean Mark II belts. And then our slow belts. Into there. And yes, I know, there's clipping. The belts are clipping. So be it. I think it looks kind of cool, if you ask me. But anyway, we're going ahead and configure this to tell it to make black powder. And then, okay, organization, storage container. Let's set this right about here. And then convoy mergers. Yep, want the merger. All right, just like that. Slow belts for the individual machines. And then the combined belt will be the fast belt. And that'll go right in there. Okay. Put our whole attach power, because just because it's set up doesn't mean it's going to run. Got to attach power first. Then we'll can't connect more lines. Okay, so if that happens, if you run into a... Oh, okay, because we're connecting right to the power plant. Got it. And it's already got stuff connected to it. So here's what we do. What about that one right there? Can we connect to that? Yes, we can. But what I suggest doing... Power... Do we have the ability to make a Mark II pole? Yes, we do. We can replace it right in place. So now it's a Mark II pole, and you'll see now we have 7 slots instead of 4. So then we'll just use the power line to extend a similar pole here, and then that, boom, will attach to that. And now these machines should operate, and we should be getting black powder coming out. Beautiful. Okay, so we'll have this thing creating black powder, which we won't have much need for yet, but it comes in really handy when we start doing things with the MAM. So now we have gunpowder. And how are these? Let's just check the stability of the power. Look at that. What did I tell you? It's stabilized, and we have 1,200 megawatts available that's being produced. Perfect. Let's go for a drive. Now that that's sort of taken care of, let's go for a drive. Okay, so to give you guys an update of what I plan to do off camera, you saw what I did with steel. I just set up one foundry and I was manually feeding it iron and coal. I'm going to set up an automatic system using some other coal, another supply, and other iron. And then I'll just kind of show you what we've done. Again, no great mystery about how to do it. You know what I'm going to do. So I just want to show you once the production is done, and then we'll start looking back at, or we'll start taking on the space elevator and its tasks. Okay, where are we at? Look at the map right now. Okay, let's do a little bit of exploring. We've got a vehicle now. We can drive. We can visit places with a little more impunity. And I'll show you what we can do with Xenos. Oh, look at that. Why didn't we see those before? I knew they were around. Yeah, buddy. Here we come. Here we come. Hey, buddy. Boom. And he's dead. You can tell because there's his carcass right there. Okay, now that we've got the big bad Xeno Basher, let's take on his buddy. That's right. There. He was hardly a threat. And then we could eat a paleberry and bring our health right back up. But you know what? It'll heal over time. So anyway, let's go for a little drive. Because there's some stuff up here that I think is important. Come to a sort of a desert. Have you seen these yet? These hatchers? I don't know that we've talked about these yet. They spew out these little honeybee looking things. All right. Boom. And then we get this stuff. Hatcher remains. We'll hang on to that. We can't destroy those by running into them. Or maybe we can, and I haven't hit it enough. There, see, one hit on those little ones. Alright. And if I'm not mistaken, if we head this way into this cave, think we have access to quartz in here. Tractor's very top heavy. Okay, this is a bigger dude. Okay, by the way, when you're in combat, you're using a vehicle to either conduct combat or you just need to use your vehicle to GTFO, then be mindful of your fuel level. Now right now we're at 170 out of 200, so we're good. But the last thing you want to do is have to pull some fuel out of storage. Okay, we've killed him because there's his remains. Let's go take care of his buddy. Oh. Yeah, when he springs back to life, if he's not dead, even the smallest creature has this tendency to throw your vehicle like across the map if you're not careful. I'm not going to take... Oh, okay, there they are. They're both dead. Excellent. And you can tell because now there's 2 piles of remains instead of the 1. Okay. So look over here. We have quartz. Right? So I think it behooves us to set up some quartz mining. Do we actually have the ability to create... Can we make a Mark II mining machine? No, we can't. Can we make a Mark 1? Yes. But we need an equipment bench. We can make 2 of them. Okay, so I think what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead. We'll set up the bench. Set up our workbench. Hang on, not... We need an equipment bench. Not an equipment workshop. Not a normal workbench. Because we need these mining machines. The portable miners. We're going to make 2 of them. Okay, excellent. Stop. Okay. All right, Mark 1 mining machine. There. And 1 right there. Okay, so now we have access to quartz. Now with those, with access to quartz, we could set up belts that go all the way back to our workshop, or maybe we can set up a truck, one of these tractors, that automatically, or that will, via autopilot, drive it back. You know what? I'll experiment with that. But we'll talk about that next time, and I'll let you know how my experiments go. But anyway, I think we've covered quite a bit today. We've covered production of steel, we've covered production of explosives, we've covered upgrading your mining machines, the benefits of doing so, coal power, we've upgraded our power. I think we've done quite a bit. So anyway, I hope you learned something. I know I tend to learn something every time I play this game. I love it. And anyway, if you like what you see, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Sure helps me out. And let you know whenever I get the next one going, because thankfully, my computer is running now. They replaced the entire heatsink on it for $9. I sent it into Dell. Now, the whole process of sending it in to be repaired cost me about $120, but it only cost me $9 in parts, which is kind of cool. I thought it would be more, but anyway, it's got a new heatsink in it, and I will keep it away from the dust so we never have that issue again. Anyway, it's good to be doing this again, so I will hopefully see you in the next one. Ciao.